Friendship supreme. Friendship supreme. Finding the geek within.
Hey everybody, I'm Michael.
This is Cleve.
This is Stephanie.
And welcome back to another exciting episode of Friendship
Supreme.
We're the podcast that dares to ask, if you could create your own movie, what music would you put on the soundtrack?
It for a long time was R. Kelly, and now it'll never be R.
It
Kelly.
can't be R. Kelly anymore.
It'll
Damn
never be
Space
R.
Jam.
Kelly
It
again.
didn't age well.
Well, you know,
It-
actually, it didn't age at all. That's the problem.
he aged. All right, it's not funny to joke about that.
It's
So
not terrible.
today's episode, I hit a weird. I go through little different rabbit holes, and that's how I find most of our episodes.
Yeah.
Today's episode, I've made a video, a TikTok of the Spider-Man game, and in the background, I put that Hero song by Jack Kroger
Nickelback?
and Josie Scott.
Oh, I
the-
thought that was Nickelback.
Well, the lead singer of Nickelback and the lead singer of Saliva.
Oh, that's why it sounds like Nickelback. Okay.
And I used that as the background of the song, and I was like, man, I really love the song,
Okay.
but I'm pretty sure it's not a good song.
Actually, it's a great song. I just don't like them.
So I did some research, and it is not a beloved song.
Really?
Yes.
Well, it's Nickelback.
But I remember like listening to it. I'm like, man, this is a fucking jam. But like when I started looking at the lyrics, I was like, yeah, this is kind of not great, not well written.
I don't know. I feel like it's catchy.
Well, now I need to look up the lyrics of this song.
So today's episode is about movies that had songs specifically made for them, and a little facts about them, and if they were great or not.
Was Basketball Jones specifically created for Space Jam?
I don't know. It's not on my list.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and knock out Spider-Man since I brought it up. One of the lyrics I have written down is, "I'll hold on to the wings of the eagles, watch as we all fly away." And it doesn't really make a lot of sense when you say it out loud slowly, but when he sings it, it sounds good, and I enjoy it. But again, why are we holding eagles' wings? Like, if he had eagle's wings, or if he was picked up by an eagle, but if you hold an eagle's wings, they specifically cannot fly.
But maybe it's like a very large eagle, like the Lord of the Rings size eagle.
But why would you still hold the wings?
Do you hold like the shoulder part of it? Like, you know, not like, I'm not
You
like
hold-
grabbing
you hold
the
the
tip of the
middle
wing,
part.
like, ha ha. You like, you know, massage the shoulders a little bit as they're flying.
Or like you're like a mouse size. Like on, was it like the
You s-
Rangers movie?
You don't hold this part. You hold the body. That's the point
Sea
I was
Rangers.
making with the lyric. But so apparently there was a big dispute, and this song led to a riff between Kroger and Josie Scott, the two lead singers. Because let's see. Basically, the lead singer Saliva feels like he wasn't paid enough for what they made out of it. And he said, and I quote, "They screwed me on that song. This was in 2004. I wanted the whole world to know it. They made millions off that song, and they threw me 5,000. That was foul. That was wrong, and that's bullshit." So, and apparently he created a song talking shit about Nickelback in their next album. Like, it apparently became a really big thing, and I had no idea any of this happened, because who cares about Saliva or Nickelback?
Right, I'm trying to think of like what ground does Saliva even have to really be like, damn you all.
I remember I bought one of their albums, and I was like, I should not have bought this album.
I
This
don't
is
know.
not
I
a good
can't even
album.
think of a song that I like from them. Do they have popular
There,
music?
there was one song that I bought it for, and that was when I was like, oh, you can't just buy a CD from a band
one
based
song?
on one song, because the rest of it's fucking terrible.
Sure you can.
No, you can't.
Their music
you know what?
streaming
I'll
was
find
born.
it and I'll give it to you.
Yay.
And you just steal it off the LimeWire.
I mean, until you catch a virus, yeah, because that's what happened until I had to throw that computer away.
Back then, I think it was Napster.
Yeah.
I used
Then
LimeWire also.
Napster was safer.
Yep, didn't care. Click, 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 click.
Oh yeah, LimeWire. Yeah, I'm burning DVDs. It would take 2 days for it, but I did it. I mean, we don't condone piracy here at Friendship Supreme. So, anyways, continue.
But back then it was allowed. It was legal piracy.
Not LimeWire. LimeWire was
I
never
guess
legal.
not.
Never was illegal.
That's why
It
you were
was-
getting like every time you got a movie, it had fucking Russian subtitles on it and shit. And you're like, oh,
Because
well.
it was accessible to people who are not very good at being hackers.
When you're downloading something and the font is either in all capital letters or all lowercase letters, it's you not, or the name of the song, Hero, Spider-Man, Chad Kroger, like that's usually not a legal song out there for everybody.
That's true.
The next song is "Kiss from a Rose" by Batman Forever, which
I was
I
surprised
think
that that was specifically written for that.
I was too, and I think me
That
personally,
was written.
the
for it?
only good part of Batman Forever.
Bull.
It
was a great
won
movie.
the 1996 Grammy Award for Best Song. The song was intended to play over the love scene between Nicole Kidman and Val Kilmer. It's Seal's only #1 hit on the Billboard charts. There's a lot of people that think it has to deal with drugs, and others think it's like an expression of love or a journey through the afterlife. And Seal has never explained what it's about. Like
It's better publicity just to never
yeah.
explain it. Let
He
people
said-
keep guessing.
he said, it's some kind of relationship that inspired the lyrics, and that's all he said. And I'm like, that's cool, but also give me the information I want to know. Like, what doesn't Alanis Morissette have a song? And then she's like, I'll never tell anybody what the song is about or
Yeah,
who the
I
song
think
is about.
ironic. No.
It's like
Yeah.
rain. That one?
I
Not that
think
wrong.
so.
Can't remember. Doesn't matter.
But there was a lyric in it she talks about, and they think it's about, I think, like Dave Coulier or something, the guy the Full House Cut It Out guy. They think it's about him, but she will never ever
Man,
say.
how great must it be to like, you know what? I would tell everybody. I'd be like, hey, it's about me, that song.
Oh, it's that song that says something about like, you think this song is about you.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
For the life of me, I'll look it up later. Doesn't matter. Next song. I know neither of you are gonna remember.
For the
but
record,
that's-
Jim Carrey's Riddler was fantastic.
he wasn't.
Tommy
The next
Jones
song,
is the
they fucking couldn't even be on the same stage with one another.
just because they didn't like each other doesn't mean they weren't.
It
good.
showed in the performance.
Look-
That's why you have to have good chemistry. Otherwise,
Tommy Lee Jones,
your movie
right?
sucks.
Yeah.
One that's married to.
I'm
Pam.
excited because there are movies on here that I know you're gonna complain about.
Okay.
So
Sorry. Continue.
Take a Look Around by Limp Bizkit, written for Mission Impossible 2.
Oh, you know what? I bought that album.
Really?
I
It's-
have that soundtrack somewhere.
Fucking terrible.
It is, but I remember liking
It's
it.
the worst song.
I liked Fred Durst as a kid.
I
was
wrote
this-
down no facts about it because I didn't care enough. I just wrote down 2 parts of lyrics, and it's why you want to hate me, because hate is all the world has even seen lately. And it says, now you want to hate me, because hate is all the world has even seen lately.
Well, that's fair.
And it says,
Poetry, please.
do we always gotta cry? Do we always gotta live inside a lie?
Yeah, I
Life is
remember
just
this
a
song.
blast. It's moving really fast. You better stay on top, or life will kick you in the ass.
I'm adding this fucking song to a playlist for our stream when we stream video games.
I'll stop streaming.
What was the
Oh.
title?
That could be a
It
karaoke song
was-
that is now going to be requested by me when I get enough points.
I'll spell it. It's FUCK
Yeah. Okay.
space
Uh huh.
Y
Huh?
O
Oh,
U R
you are.
I S M.
I don't even know what unit is spelling.
Exactly. So the next song is The Great. Okay, I'll just tell you who sings it, and you can tell me if you can remember what it is or the movie. Celine Dion. Ready, go.
Titanic. My heart will go on.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So I found out while researching this, she didn't even want to fucking do the song.
Really?
Yes. So she didn't want to sing it. Her late husband talked her into it and was like, just go record a demo. It'll be fine. Just try out, basically like go try out the song. So she was quoted saying, and my husband said, let's hold on, she recalled. He talks to the writers and says, let's try out a little demo. She goes, I sang the and they built the orchestra around it. I never re-sang in the recording. The demo was her actual hit. And then, of
Wow.
course, she
She's
sang
just
it
that
8
good.
And then, of course, she sang it 8 million times after that. But yeah,
Right.
who
I
knows
imagine
shit?
she still hates it, but it's made her as much
So
of an
much money.
international icon as she is. Well, because like she was big in Canada, but I don't think she was big outside of Canada.
I mean, if I can only name one Celine Dion song, it's this one.
I feel like there's one other popular one she has, but yeah, no, I agree. That's the only one I can name.
There's
I mean, I'm sure she
there's
does. She's
a
very
few,
talented.
but I liked Celine Dion. I knew about her, but I realized I thought I didn't know about her until Titanic. But actually, Derek and I were talking about this, and I realized I knew about her before Titanic. I just liked her a lot more after Titanic.
What did you know her about before Titanic? Like, I knew she existed as a star before Titanic. I just didn't care, apparently.
I'm trying. The song is in my head, but I'm trying to remember the name of it because I looked up the song, and it was way before Titanic came out.
Yeah,
Like a
but
couple years.
that was fucking nuts. I was like, you didn't want to sing the song? I'm sure the song made you so much money.
Yeah.
I'm sure every time you did a concert, this song had to be
Or-
in your list.
Yeah, I would say eventually it
Otherwise,
made her
they'll
so
be
much
right.
money. But Titanic was supposed to be not a great movie, or they didn't think it was going to be a great movie because
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet,
Yeah, Kate Winslet.
they got screwed hardcore.
Did they?
How much money they got paid? They got a
Mm.
flat fee, and then didn't get any money based off of the profits of the movie.
That sounds believable, unfortunately.
Yeah,
And then-
and that movie like broke so many records of how much movies.
Yeah,
could
it was the
make.
number one movie until what? Endgame?
It
Yeah.
was the reason I had to buy 2 VHSs under one box, and it made me hate everything.
Yeah.
It was a massive VHS, wasn't it?
Yep.
It was even 2 DVDs too when they got it down to that.
And also, James Cameron didn't want the song in there. And I was like, that's so crazy to me. That
Also,
he didn't want a pop song at the end of his movie.
well, he also had an alternate ending to Titanic that he filmed.
Was it when Jack was like, hey, just scoot over and we can both live?
No, it was with the old lady on when she was throwing the heart of the ocean back into the ocean.
I just don't get it.
It's terrible though. It's so bad. It's a good thing they got rid of that ending. It's awful. And he filmed it. Everything about it is all ready to go.
Did it
Could have
tie
been slapped into the movie.
James Cameron's Avatar?
You know what? I would have
No.
done that. I would have made one of the avatars be wearing the necklace. Whatever. It's my universe. I do what I want to in my movies.
Throw the necklace into the water. The avatar is just like oh, thanks.
She springs out of it like
We've been
Little
looking for
Mermaid.
this.
Sit on the door.
Next song I didn't know was for a movie, which is "Regulate" by Warren G and Nate Dogg.
It was for the movie Regulators?
Nope, it was for the movie Above the Rim with Tupac.
Hmm.
The fact
even
I
know
have
that
about
movie.
this one, I don't think I know it either, and it makes me feel bad because I was like, Tupac's not done a lot of movies, and he's not, but I apparently missed that one. So Warren said that Nate's Dogg recorded his part in a closet. He had an apartment in Long Beach Boulevard in San Antonio. He didn't have any furniture in the house. He said there was dog shit all over the floor. He had 2 bedrooms, and one of his bedrooms he had converted into a studio. And he had the song, and he wrote the lyrics down, and he was like, "Hey, Nate Dogg, you should come over. I think we have a song here." And Nate Dogg listened to it and was like, "This is great," and went into a closet and recorded his part.
Wow.
Well, if he didn't have furniture, the rest of it would be echoey, so he had to go into a closet.
But I'm like, this song is so good. Like, I love this song. And so the fact that you were like, I did it in a closet blows my mind. He said he plugged in like a VCR into like a MP60 sampler thingy and just had Nate Dogg record it.
Wow.
Right.
Just goes to show you don't need all the fancy things. You
Yep.
got talent, you got talent.
It just goes to show
Make it
like,
work.
hey, stop making excuses and get together. The next song, I'll tell you the artist. It is Ray Parker Jr. Does everybody remember Ray Parker Jr.?
I do. I know it. I'll
Stephanie,
listen.
do you remember Ray Parker Jr.?
Ray Parker Jr.
That man's still making money off this one fucking
He
song.
sure is. He
That is the
sure
only thing
is.
he'll ever have.
He sure is.
I'm bad at names.
It's okay.
It's
You know
okay
how-
because he's not really popular.
You know how pissed he was when they had that remix, so they stopped having to pay him for a little bit.
I looked up Ray Parker Jr. just to look up
What it
who he
looked like.
was, and then
Oh, and
immediately
it
showed
gave
me.
it to you, didn't
Ghostbusters?
It just gave it to me I-
Yes.
because that's all he's known for.
Yeah.
The singer for Ghostbusters. Yes.
So, has done. But yeah, no,
See?
he was angry at the new Ghostbusters movie when it came out because it had a remix in it, and they didn't use his original song, so they didn't have to pay him.
Bro, you made enough, man.
Right. You made one song,
Back
You're-
off.
and to the point where I know the song, but I don't know who you are.
Yeah, that's a weird level of fame. So the fact about this one, he was real leery of taking the song on because he was told the name Ghostbusters has to be in the song. And he was like, how the fuck am I supposed to make a song with the word Ghostbusters in it? That's not really something that easy to around. He said that was he
Figure it
said
out.
yeah, he said that was basically the most difficult part. So he added his girlfriend and her friends to shout the title of the chorus, Ghostbusters, since he didn't want to sing. And he played most of the instruments on the track.
Interesting.
That's impressive work.
Ghostbusters in itself could be an entire episode, by the way. There's a lot of weird drama behind it.
Man. Like that
Like the-
stupid second one?
The movie and the show, and how, like,
The animated one?
yeah, there's technically another show called Ghostbusters that got like the rights to it in another country, and yeah, there's all kinds of drama behind it. It's weird. It's
Fire it up,
interesting.
man. I'm down.
That's why it's called, the cartoon's called The Real Ghostbusters. It's like a jab at the fact that there's another Ghostbusters cartoon out there, and it's fucking wacky. It's like a
Interesting.
Scooby-Doo style mystery solving kind of thing. But yeah, no, we could do an episode about that
Just
someday.
imagining the Ghostbusters running around with like Scooby Doo animation sounds.
Like when they run, but their feet aren't, they're not going anywhere yet.
Yeah.
So the next one is the movie for Rocky 3.
Oh. Did he really do? Did it? I assume it had to have been Mr. T. He did his own song on that. Oh no, yeah, no, he's 3. Because
That's not who I'm talking about.
oh,
it's
did
not
Sylvester
Mr. T.
Stallone do his own song?
No.
Oh, okay, I don't know then.
Is it like the
It-
famous Rocky song? But
Yeah,
that would
it's
have
the
been
Eye of the Tiger by Survivor.
But
Survivor
was
wrote
in
that for
number
Rocky.
3. It wasn't even number 1. I don't.
yeah.
I haven't seen a single
Also-
Rocky movie.
Also very surprised because I was like, this is such a staple of Rocky. I assumed this is like the constant thing. So the song
Figured
was
Rocky 1. We introduced this song, and then it just became Rocky.
right. So the song was supposed to be Another One Bites the Dust, but Sylvester Stallone couldn't get the rights. So the song was written with a rough cut of the movie montage training scene. That's why the dun, 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 kind of goes with like the jabs and the punches because Survivor was able to watch the clip while they wrote the song.
Interesting.
And the song was almost named Rival.
Huh.
And
I
then they were
didn't
like,
know
that's
that.
stupid. We need to call it Tiger or something with Tiger. And that's when they came up with it.
I had no
I'm
idea that song was written specifically for Rocky.
Yeah, no.
Me neither.
I'm still trying to
So-
remember if that was when he fought the Russian or he fought.
It was
Clubber
Mr.
Lang.
T, I believe.
I'm pretty sure it was Mr. T.
Because that's the one where Apollo helped him. Right?
Apollo dies when he fights the Russian because the Russian kills him.
So it's not the third one? I don't know.
I think Clubber Lang is second. Or does
I
he
did a lot-
refight?
I did a lot of research here, so
Sorry.
that up. The next song is
I'm just waiting for Will Smith to enter.
oh man, he's coming. Everything is awesome
That's
For
a good
Lonely
one. By
Movie-
Lonely Island.
No, it's by
by Tegan
oh,
and Sarah,
Yes. Oh man, I almost
featuring the
got it.
Lonely Island.
By who?
Sorry, I didn't know you were trying to figure it out. Tegan and Sarah,
Sarah.
apparently they're twins.
Okay.
I know.
Are they
Lonely Island.
twins?
That's what the
But
internet's
yeah,
saying now.
Tegan and Sarah, but it's completely not their music at all. Like it's not their style of music. So it
Mhm.
was very surprising for me to find out it was Tegan and Sarah because I like Tegan and Sarah.
Yeah,
You're saying
so
you don't
apparently
like that type of music?
the Lonely Island only did the like rapped over a couple parts.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, but
one
Tegan
of
and
the
Sarah
lyrics,
like indie hipster kind of music.
I don't know
like
them at
her
all.
and him, or she and him. Well, I don't remember. Whatever Jessica Day's band is, it's her and
Oh.
him. I think.
Yeah, you mean Zoe Deschanel?
Zoe Deschanel. I couldn't remember her name. So I knew Jessica Day, so
Oh, well, you said that, and I was like, wait.
What's her real name?
Wait, my brain was like calculating.
I couldn't hit it. I'm trying to speak fast because I know Cleve's put a lot of work into this one. I'm trying to get him through it.
You're good. So the lyric I have is stepped in mud, got new brown shoes. It's awesome to win, and it's awesome to lose. So the writer of the song, his name is Sean Patterson. He said, I don't know if kids actually get the degree of sarcasm that I put in this song. He said, let's party forever. He said, if Katy Perry writes this, people just go, oh yeah, that's awesome. Let's party. He said, when I write it, I'm being completely sarcastic. So apparently he was about 49 when he wrote it, and he found himself in a tough spot where he was creating the Lego movie, but he was in the middle of a divorce,
Hmm.
like of a 9-year marriage to the mother of his 3 children. So he's like, yeah, everything's awesome. Everything's fine. And I'm like, oh, it has a whole new message behind the song to me now. Like I got it the first time, but I didn't realize what headspace you were in.
Right.
Because to me, it was like, oh yeah, just ignore those things. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Next one is Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins and Top Gun.
And he made a lot of money on this song too.
Mhm.
And you know what? I don't know that if this song was paired up with any other scene or any other movie that it would have done nearly as well as it did.
Yeah. And what's funny is apparently he's gone on record saying it's a good rock and roll. I don't think it aged well. And the writers of the song also wrote "Take My Breath Away" for the same movie, I believe.
Say also in the same movie. Yeah.
So the next one is a personal favorite of mine. It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp by 3 6 Mafia.
Oh, that was written for Annie.
Yes. Little Orphan Annie sings it coming down the stairs.
I do know the real.
tapping
I
her
do know
little
the
shoes
real
all the way
movie.
down.
Do we want to let Stephanie try to guess it?
Did Stephanie know it?
I said I know the real movie. I was asking if we wanted to see if Stephanie could guess.
No, I don't know the movie.
I believe it's Hustle and Flow.
It is Hustle and Flow.
It's hard out here.
So this was
Oh,
the
I've seen that
second-
movie too.
Yes, this was the second hip hop / rap song to win an Oscar for Best Original Song. The first was "Lose Yourself" in 2002. The 3 6 Mafia performed it live on the 2006 Academy Awards which is the first time that a rap / hip hop song was performed at the ceremony.
Really?
And and the well, the world's racist, Stephanie.
That's
And
true.
when they won the award, they beat out Dolly Parton, who for the song "Traveling Through," which I don't know.
Suck it, Dolly.
But the best part was because I remember watching. I actually this one. Why? I don't remember, but I was watching it, and the look on these white people's faces was fantastic. They were so confused and lost, and these two rappers are just running on down the stage, and it was great. And
I've seen them in concert.
the confusion of everyone. Did you? I bet
Yeah,
that's really cool.
3 6 Mafia and Cinco de Mayo festival.
Of course,
Right?
obviously.
Yeah, them and Tayo Cruz.
That makes sense.
Anyways, I think Selma had that song by Common, but it's with his actual name.
He did have one, and I didn't include that one because I didn't know how well you might have known that one over the other one. But yes, that was originally written for
For Selma.
that specific movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Since I mentioned it, another one is 8 Mile, the Lose Yourself by Eminem. So
Is it fair if the song or if the entire movie is starred by that? Well, I guess Will Smith. Never mind. Keep going.
So on the movie set, Eminem had a trailer that was set so he could record songs during breaks of the movie, and I thought that was kind of cool. So in the track for the song, like the instrumentals and the melody and all that, has been around for over a year before Eminem pulled it off to put it into this one and work off of it.
Interesting.
Let's see.
I'm not a fan of him, but he does have talent, and I will always be willing to admit that he has talent.
So when the movie trailer first came out, the song didn't exist yet. So apparently he wrote this like while
As it was
filming.
happening, yeah.
So they used the song "Cleaning Up My Closet," which the
I
studio
think
wanted
I remember that.
to feature in the movie. Yeah, I said, "I'm sorry, Mama."
I never meant
Yeah.
to make you cry.
So maybe not that pitch, but yeah.
But the
So
night-
the studio wanted to just use that song, and Eminem thought it was too personal of a song to him, and so he wrote a song for the character, which is kind of him, but slightly not him.
It makes more sense. That song makes more sense for like the main song of the movie.
Right. And he
Clean
said
Up My Closet just as like
it was easy because he writes, apparently, I didn't know this existed. He writes songs for Eminem, for himself, like Marshall Mathers, and
Mathers.
he writes songs for Slim Shady.
Mhm.
And I was
They're
like,
different. Yeah, it's different personas depending on the album that you're looking at. Like,
well, I didn't realize that he was like, okay, I'm in a mindset. Almost like he's writing it for someone else.
yeah, it's like Nicki Minaj when she writes for Roman or herself.
I need Nicki Minaj to know it right. Next song, "Don't You" is the name of it, but everybody knows it better by "Don't You Forget About Me" from The Breakfast Club.
And that is the only thing that I think that song's ever remembered for. So
Yeah,
that works, I guess.
by Simple Minds. I didn't even know who sang it, if I'm being completely honest. They were really big in the UK, but in the US, they weren't because the record label for the US wasn't really promoting them.
Hmm.
A guy named Jordan Harris wanted the band to sing the song, and the band didn't want to at first because A, they didn't write it, and they didn't want to sing songs that they didn't write, and
fair.
B, they didn't like the lyric that was like vanity, insecurity, like that whole line. So they almost didn't even do the damn song.
And then they
it
got
ended up
paid
being
lots of money
great
and
for
they're
them.
like, okay. I'll do it."
Right.
Right.
Because
Because
that's what makes the change every time, guys.
I couldn't say that I would even know them in the US if it wasn't for that one
No
song.
way.
I didn't even know them and there was that one song.
Right, exactly. Simple Minds. I was like, okay, I'll have to believe the internet because I have no other way of knowing, no personal knowledge of it. Next song, "Staying Alive" by the Bee Gees for Saturday Night Fever. This is one of the 5 songs that the Bee Gees wrote specifically for Saturday Night Fever.
I believe
So
that.
it's
It was a very
basically their
music-
album.
Right. It was a very musical movie, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
It'd be like if ABBA happened to be like, "Hey, let's write a movie," and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna call it Mamma Mia," and they'd be like, "We got you, don't worry," and then just shoot a bunch of songs for it.
Don't
Just
worry
write a
about
bunch
it,
of
we got it.
songs. We'll write the movie around it.
Yeah,
So they recorded this song in a French studio called Chateau
Chateau.
Chateau.
Sure. de Hérouville. Hero U Ville.
Yeah,
I don't speak French. Later, the group found out that many pornos were filmed in that studio.
makes sense.
Only reason I included this song because I found that fact.
Feels right for that time.
A lot of them were just like off the top of my head, like, oh, I remember this song. Oh, I remember this song. And some songs like were heavily pushed for the movie, but not written for the movie. And I couldn't tell what my rules were. Like What I've Done by Linkin Park for the first Transformers movie. Not written for that movie, but it was like everywhere that movie was, that song was also there.
Yeah.
Next one I included as a personal favorite of mine, the Shaft theme song.
Who sang it?
Shaft.
Isaac Hayes, man.
Oh, it was I for some reason I
Shaft
felt
himself.
like, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
So according to Q Magazine, Hayes agreed to write the Shaft theme song after being promised the lead role in the film. But obviously that promise wasn't kept.
Nope.
He didn't even get to audition for the movie.
Isaac Hayes gets kind of boned a lot.
He does, man. Or he did.
He did.
Didn't they have to sign? Like, aren't there contracts?
Right?
Apparently not.
So, and the other fact I have is when Hayes was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2002, he opened the ceremony with the Shaft theme song.
Of course.
He also did, side note, that I didn't have written down, he also did Salty Chocolate Balls. And that is probably one of my favorite songs ever.
Fair.
Because I'm pretty sure it's actual recipe that he's saying.
It
And
is.
at the same time, like,
Yeah.
I've never heard a man sing a recipe more entertaining than the way that man does.
That's fair.
The next song, I'm wondering, should I give you guys the movie title, the name of the song, or who sings it? Because it's a huge song,
Oh.
I feel.
Oh. Do the movie title this time.
But it is old as The Bodyguard.
I know this one.
Bodyguard.
A lot of these
I'm trying to
movies
think
are
what that
gonna
movie. I'm also really bad at names of things.
It's got Kevin Costner in it, I believe.
It does have Kevin Costner in
I
it.
believe
Does
he's
that help you, Stephanie?
the main.
His co-star
ish
is who
character.
sings it.
I can sing it for you too.
Go ahead.
Really? That song?
Yes.
Yeah, Whitney Houston's his co-star.
And the movie
So-
needs a bodyguard?
Yeah.
So the song is actually a Dolly Parton song.
Yeah.
But Whitney Houston, or it was chosen for Whitney Houston to sing specifically for this movie. So she redid it for this movie.
We could do a whole thing on that too of songs that are done by other people that originally were done by certain people,
Oh.
and people are like, "No, that's your song now." Because Dolly Parton has, on multiple occasions, been like, "I liked her version better."
You could do a whole.
Yeah.
I almost feel like you could do a whole episode on just Dolly Parton songs that were redone
Fair.
because I can think of two right now. Besides
Islands in the Stream and that one are the two that I can think of.
I wanna
Jolene was
hear-
done by Miley Cyrus. It was actually pretty good. I know.
I
That's,
remember that one by someone else, but yes, that is.
Jolene.
Yeah,
I want to hear.
something? Michael, sing again.
No, I want to hear the Dolly
Oh.
Parton version because that is definitely like I didn't know that was anyone's
Oh,
but
yeah.
Whitney Houston song.
It's Whitney's song now. Like, if you tell anybody that song, they're gonna think
yeah.
not Dolly Parton.
Same thing
There's a
with
song-
Nope. Go ahead.
Johnny Cash redid a Nine Inch Nails song.
Hurt. That's the one I was just
Yeah.
talking about. That's why I couldn't do it.
Love Johnny Cash's version.
Yeah,
Nine Inch Nails loves Johnny Cash's version. I think
That's all. Yeah.
because
way
he
better.
he hit it different, and so
Yeah.
this is the same with Whitney.
you
Whitney,
feel it. You feel that.
Whitney hit it different. An unpopular opinion sometimes, depending on who you're a fan of. I enjoy Alien Ant Farm's version of Smooth Criminal more than I do
Dude, I
Michael
really
Jackson's.
like it. I really like it.
A lot of people, some fans get upset, man.
I'm a big Michael fan. Like I enjoy his music, but I would tell you I really like Alien Ant Farm. I think it just hit differently.
It did because I went back. I knew
I need to
Michael's
listen to it
also,
now.
but like I guess I just kept waiting for people to really like dig in the way Alien Ant Farms did, and it did not. Which one are you listening to, Steph?
Alien Ant Farm.
Oh,
Because I was like, I'm pretty sure I've heard. Oh. Yeah.
That
I
little
like
kid's
Alien Ant
dancing on the
Farm's version better.
sidewalk.
That little
Oh,
kid
hell
went
yeah.
down. I don't know what else he's done in his life, but I'm sure he pulls that video up.
It's like, did you see that? Did you see that?
Um,
He's not. He didn't get the luck like that one girl from Missy Elliott. I don't know where she
No.
picked that girl up from, but the one that's in like every video she's ever done. Alien
And
Ant Farm
she-
did 2
She's done
videos,
some
so
Disney
that's what
shit
they
too,
got.
didn't she?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think she went to Disney.
And she was in Cheaper by the Dozen.
Yeah, she went. Her whole career was started by Missy Elliott. I don't know where she was at
poor
before
kid
that.
Got Alien Ant Farm.
Hey, he still rocked it though.
Yeah, they had
I'm sure
two-
he got a call or two.
they had,
about
they
that.
had 2 big songs I can remember, and that's it.
So I might have to just read all this one because it's a lot. So Whitney originally intended to cover Jimmy Ruffin's "What Becomes of a Broken Heart" of the Brokenhearted as the lead single for The Bodyguard. However, after she found out that the song had been used just 1 year earlier in the 1991 film Fried Green Tomatoes, Costner suggested that she record Dolly Parton's country hit instead. Houston loved the choice, but Clive Davis, the Arista Records boss, who acted as a mentor for Whitney throughout her career, was puzzled by the selection. Costner, who also produced the film, which I didn't know, knew it would be perfect for the picture and stuck to his guns. He
Way to
said,
go, Kevin and Costner.
right. He said, "This is a very important song in this movie. I don't care if it was ever on the radio. I don't care. We're also going to do an acapella at the beginning. I need it to be an acapella because it shows a measure of how much she digs this guy, that she sings without music." Right. Who would have thought Kevin pulled this one out?
I mean,
Kevin Costner's like, Whitney
he's
Houston,
the
this is your
postman,
song.
Damn it, you don't question him. He also survived in a world of nothing but water and
Mm.
smokers.
All right, man. So we had a lot of good songs there. We're about to
Yeah,
hit this.
solid.
We're about to hit a wall.
Yeah. Is it all Will Smith movies?
No. There is one Will Smith movie I looked into and one Will Smith movie I did not look into.
Okay.
You know what? We'll knock it out. Which one do you think is which?
Well, I mean, I think you looked into Wild Wild West because
I did look into Wild
it's
Wild
a
West.
banger. Men in Black would be the one I don't think you looked into because
Correct.
I mean, who
Everyone
cares?
knows
I mean,
that,
it's
yeah.
literally him just doing the same thing he did for Wild Wild West, just screaming the
Basically.
name of the music,
Just
the
a-
name of the movie a bunch of times.
Just a year difference.
I'm in fucking Men in Black. Men in Black. Men in
so-
Black.
The Wild Wild West song is apparently a 7-minute music video. I didn't realize.
It is. It's good.
It's based on the 1987 rap song by Kool Moe Dee called Wild Wild West, where he equated his New York lifestyle to the Old West. Kool Moe Dee was brought on to rap on the chorus of the song. It sampled Stevie Wonder's 1976 song "I Wish." Stevie Wonder appeared in the music video.
Also, for these people not to sue them for using all of it.
Right. The R&B group Drew Hill sings on the song.
At that point,
And-
when you're Will Smith, like they're not going to question you. You're just like, hey, come sample this with me real quick.
Right. And DJ Jazzy Jeff did the record scratching on it.
Nice.
Right. But I have a quote that disputes that this song's not as great as we remember it. It is a quote. I
Jim
will
West.
himself.
Out. That's
I wanted to win and be the biggest movie star. And what happened was there was a lag around Wild Wild West time. I found myself promoting something because I wanted to win versus promoting something because I believed in it. That's what he said about the project.
Okay, no, but hear me out. Hear me out.
I mean,
He
it's
can say what he
Wild Wild
wants.
West.
But he can say what he wants. But for Big Willie Style, his 2000 album that came out. I think it was 2000. Best hits, Biggie style, Big Willie style.
Oh yeah, the song did well.
It was his last song on there. You know how I know? Because he's like, "Hey Gene, what do you think I should put on the last song for the album?" And his kid goes, "Wow, wow, West." He's like, "Nah, like we can do some other ones." He names off some of his songs. And the little kid's like, "Wow, wow, West." And he's like, "All right."
See, he didn't even want to do it the last track. He only did it to please his son.
Yo, I love that. I know it's such a terrible movie, but I really enjoy it.
Because we were a bunch of kids. We were a bunch of little Jaden West.
I enjoy
Smith,
the shit
Jaden
out of that
Smith.
movie.
Well, it was like
2000, 2001-ish, I believe.
No, I guess we weren't little. Still young enough to be dumb.
Don't even care. I like it
1999.
now. Oh, okay.
Oh, I
So-
was.
young, and
I
now
was
you're
in
old.
6th grade.
I was like at least 10 or 11.
Some high
11.
one though. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
next song, "The Addams Groove" by MC Hammer for the Addams Family movies.
Those were good movies.
Oh, yeah.
First movie specifically. So I have more what written down what happened in the music video. It starts with what Wednesday and Pugsley about to
Decapitate something?
decapitate a pumpkin, but the guillotine.
Yeah.
Then MC Hammer starts looking for, or tries to hide in the Iron Maiden,
Okay.
and then he sprints. He starts spinning around in one of those torture wheels, and then MC Hammer's head's on a platter for dinner, and then Hammer's dancing in the trenches of like a graveyard, and then he sword fights with the cast, and he high fives the thing, and then
Yo, MC Hammer was just trying to get a check,
he
okay?
really
Leave him
embraced
alone.
it, and I appreciate that.
He
but-
embraced the Addams Family weirdness because Derek and I watch those movies every year, and those movies are just like, what?
What if I may ask for the viewers, is the anniversary that we watch these once a year?
What is the
Like Halloween.
anniversary?
Are you watching it on like Halloween? Why are you watching it once a year? Is what he's asking. What is the occasion that occurs? when you're
Oh,
watching that?
It just-
well,
It
we
just
watch
comes
them
up.
more than just once a year, but we always watch them in October.
Because like I watch Halloween Town once a year, and it's on Halloween or around Halloween. Even though they're fucking terrible Disney Direct Channel movies, I still watch them every year.
We might watch like
Thank
the
goodness
first
you're
Addams
keeping them
Family
going.
movie throughout the year sometimes when we just feel like putting it on, but it's
the only
guaranteed
reason-
to be on our house in October.
It's the only reason I subscribe to Disney Plus, Cleve.
for that. Not any of the other great things
Nah,
that could possibly
whatever,
have.
the rest of it's fine.
I rewatched The Mandalorian with my mom because I was like, hey, this is going to be coming back, and like I enjoyed it, and we'll probably be watching it. Do you want to see if you can get caught up? I didn't realize how fast you could fly through that shit. It was like half a day,
Right, because we were forced to watch it week by week,
which I
Bastards.
enjoyed
I agree
because
The Boys is doing it to me right now, and I don't enjoy that. But
you can't go to work and people would be like, I watched the whole season. Did you like when this person died? You're like, shut the bah. Anyway, Another Way to Die by Jack White and Alicia Keys
I
for the
don't
movie
know that I know that
Quantum
song.
of Solace. What's funny is
Hmm.
I enjoyed this song, but
'Cause you like
apparently
Jack
the
White.
rest, I guess, I also like Alicia Keys. I feel,
I like Alicia Keys.
but apparently this song was not well received by critics or fans. So it was the first duet ever for a James Bond soundtrack.
Isn't that really like slow song?
Dun, 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 and then they start singing. So
I
Rolling
don't think I
Stone,
liked this song.
It sounds like
Yeah.
a WWE intro.
it does. Rolling Stone was a bit critical about it. They said that the song was, quote, less a duet than the sound of two people singing vaguely similar songs at the same time. It was-
Yeah, I think I'm remembering this song, and it
Imagine
wasn't
it
like
being. Sorry, go ahead.
it sounded like noise. It wasn't.
I liked it,
I
but
imagine it being
I liked
difficult
both
to
of them.
I imagine it being difficult to have a duet with Jack White.
Yeah, because
He's
you know,
just a strong personality.
well, and they sing so differently. I can
Yeah.
see it not really gelling. But that's also kind of what I liked about it, is that they sang so differently.
Fair.
It's a weird combo because Alicia
Yeah.
Keys
It's a
is
super weird combo.
It's like an Aerosmith and Run DMC kind of situation.
Yeah, but that worked.
that works. And the Alicia Keys and Jack White are more different than Run DMC and Aerosmith.
You listen to it
that
later.
broke the world.
You listen to it later and you tell me what you think.
Okay.
The next song is Come With Me by Puff Daddy and Jimmy Page for the Godzilla soundtrack.
This is the song you were trying to make me sing the other night.
I don't think so.
You kept talking about Godzilla and Puff Daddy, I believe, or Puff Diddy.
Then yes. This song is based on a Led Zeppelin 1975 song, Kashmir. They use the same music, and Puff Daddy just kind of rapped over it.
Oh, okay. Well,
When it was re-released on the Platinum Collection Greatest Hits,
What the fuck? Oh,
Uh-huh.
I thought the movie, but you mean the the
like
song?
an album, yeah. Puff Daddy was censored with Godzilla roars.
How'd that come off?
I mean,
I imagine it didn't sound good.
I want to hear the
song-
version of that song because I've
It's his
heard
roar.
his song a billion and one times because my brother watched Godzilla every single day. But
you're ready to watch.
imagine
That
roars.
was not a good movie. And like, I remember being younger and being like, yeah, but then
Looking back and going,
I remember
why was
maybe
that
a
French
year later.
policeman such a dick?
No, yeah, it's super cheesy and not good at all. But
Yeah.
my brother was the exact target audience for
Mhm.
that movie.
You ready, Stephanie? You ready for this?
Who would have thought Matthew Broderick?
The next song is by Vanilla Ice himself,
Mm,
Mm.
mm.
Ninja Rap.
He
Or
sung
Ninja
another
Turtles
song other
2,
than Ice
Secret
Ice
of the
Baby.
Ooze.
Go
So-
ninja, go ninja, go.
You'll be surprised, but this song was also not received really well.
Horribly.
Again, our age,
Shocking.
we love it, but also to be fair, because I really like had to sit back and think about this one because I found this on the shit list, right? And I'm like, did I like it or did I like just the Go Ninja part?
You just
Right.
like the Go Ninja.
Well, and in fairness, there was choreography going on around it while you were watching it, where the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were fighting. So that was exciting too. Like you got to
Right.
think, you're watching your favorite characters beating the crap out of people to this song,
So I know, right? You weren't listening to the terrible lyrics,
right?
The website that I found that talked about this movie has worst line and best line, and I'll go in that order. Worst line is, have you ever seen a turtle get down, slamming and jamming to the new swing sound? And they're like, I don't know what this is supposed to be. And the best line, they put none.
Well, that's rude. At least put Go Ninja. Go Ninja,
Right?
Go Ninja, go.
But was that him or was that a group effort? I think it was talking about rap line. That's why that's not
Okay,
included.
okay.
But apparently you can't completely blame Vanilla Ice.
Oh,
He said they told me to write it and to make it ice. And they told me to keep it clean. He goes for the kids, which wasn't a problem for me anyway. But they kind of like dictated a lot of the song. And I have the website said, let's go ahead and get into this. This is a crime against anyone with ears. The production is terrible. The rapping is laughable. And the people in the video aren't even excited to be hanging in the same bar as the Ninja Turtles. It's like, all right, cool.
there was another Ninja Turtles song made for a Ninja Turtles movie. Did you want to talk about Shell Shock?
I was gonna ask you if you wanted to bring up some movies here and there.
It's better. It's a good enough song to listen to, and if it came on the radio, I wouldn't be like, fuck next.
But
It's
if Ninja
not.
Rap
It's
came
not
on, you
Ninja
wouldn't do
Rap.
that.
Yeah, I would.
But would you
changed
do
it?
that
Here's,
to
you know why?
Ninja?
So we've talked about this before. I don't know if I've ever talked about this on the podcast. Somewhere between my early 20s, I DJ'd, and by DJ'd I mean I went to parties and played music for people because nobody actually wants a DJ. and I did like a lot of birthday parties for about 15 to 20-year-old kids, and most of the time it was like rich neighborhoods, and every single Sweet 16 I did with these rich white girls, every one of them wanted 3 different songs. One of them was Ice Ice Baby, the Bel Air, Fresh Prince of Bel Air, and Sir Mix-a-Lot. And here's what happens when all 3 of those songs came on. They would come on, they would sing the first 10, 15 seconds, and then they would not have any idea what the fuck happened after that.
Mhm.
And that's like the same thing with Ninja Rap. Like you said, I mean, I think I can say go Ninja, go. And then after that, I'm out. Like, I don't remember any of it. So
I used to sing Sir Mix-a-Lot start to finish with my Girl Scout troop.
Yeah, I can remember. I bet that molded a lot of people. I can remember. I might need a little help to get through it now, but I know a good. In fact, Michael and I had to. No, we sang something else the other day, and I like picked up like it was nothing. But there's certain little lines here and there we have to try to keep up with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It would
no,
take
the
me a little bit to now.
Fresh Prince of Bel Air was always done, and it was always funny because I always put the extended version on just to piss people off. Like, that was my little jab to them.
You gotta have fun at work, otherwise,
Oh, yeah.
what are you doing? So we're going back on an upswing a little bit.
Okay.
Independent Women, Part 1 by Destiny's Child for Charlie's Angels.
Yeah.
I had that soundtrack.
So apparently Beyonce came up with the song after having an argument with her boyfriend.
Was
Makes
your boyfriend
sense.
Jay-Z at the time?
No, it wasn't Jay-Z at the time. She said she thought to herself, I don't need a man, I'm independent. And with that, went into the studio and did her own part for the first version, which promoted women independence,
She's not wrong.
both financially and relationship wise. The version was later used in the 2001 Destiny's Child album Survivor as Independent Women Part 2, but it's vastly different than the first version that they did.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, I bet that guy feels dumb because you had Beyonce.
Yeah.
You know
You
what
lost
was-
Beyonce.
You know what was the best part of Charlie's Angels, the first one?
Tom Green?
Tom Green.
Nah, man, Sam Rockwell.
Chad! She loves the Chad.
Sam Rockwell was a great villain in that.
That's fair. He's the one that sniffed the hair.
No, that's the crazy one.
I like
From,
him.
from Like Mike.
Fucking hilarious.
He was the one that was Drew Barrymore's love interest until he was the villain.
okay.
And the song I'm going to end it with, I have songs that I have written down that I didn't look into things for, just to bring up
Honorable
nostalgia.
mention.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat by the Immortals. So apparently, didn't know any of this. The majority of the Mortal Kombat theme song is actually stolen from a Eurobeat song by 2 Unlimited called Twilight Zone. So the song was remixed by the Immortals. They added arcade sound effects, voiceovers, and then the infamous synthesizer melody.
Oh. That one?
But apparently they stole the song
Interesting.
and basically were just like waiting for a lawsuit. And then one never came. So they're like, cool,
Interesting.
on our way we go.
Sometimes you get away with things.
Right.
Not often.
Sometimes you get away with things. Nothing truer ever has been said than that sentence there. So honorable mentions we can just speak on as I go through them. Men in Black,
Here come the men in black.
El Dorado by Elton John for the movie The Road to El Dorado, which apparently was not well received.
It was not, but it was not terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't a
It's the one with
bad
the two
song.
brothers that are looking for gold, Juan
Right.
and Miguel.
No, not the movie. The movie was fine.
Oh, okay.
The song was not well liked.
It still wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't the greatest. I wouldn't call it in his top 10.
Would you put it in his top 20?
It wasn't Phil
Exactly.
Collins and Tarzan.
He's got a lot of good songs though.
But that's
Has
that's
Elton John
I
ever-
think that's the point. Is that you got
Yeah.
Elton John to do this song, and then he gave you this song, and you were like, "You take this one back."
Whereas Phil Collins either before or after
were
it gave
looking-
you the Tarzan
All right. Well,
song.
I was like, I'm sure with Elton John, they were like, hey, we're looking for like a "Can You Feel the Love Tonight" type song.
Oh, there you go. I was trying to
And-
think, had he done a song for Disney? Can
and you
feel
gave
it?
us this poop, and we don't want this one. The World Is Not Enough, for the movie The World Is Not Enough by Garbage.
James Bond.
Yes, James Bond movie.
James
Also-
Bond. Every James Bond movie had a song made for it, right? Technically, because didn't
I don't
Adele
know.
sing one for?
Because I don't know how my James Bond knowledge does not go past Pierce, I think.
That's fair.
So
Before
I
that, I
couldn't
think it was
speak for
instrumentals,
Sean.
but like all of Craig Daniels at least had a song of some.
they might
sort.
have.
Yeah.
I really liked the Alicia Keys and Jack White one. I'm gonna need to hear your opinions, Stephanie.
I'll have to go listen to it.
I really, if
Um,
it's a song I'm thinking of, I don't think I like it, but I'll listen to it anyway.
Ghostbusters by Run DMC, which was not well received either.
Don't remember that one.
I Believe I Can Fly.
I'm not allowed to
Which
sing
I'll
that
never be able to
anymore.
hear
It breaks
again.
My heart. Cleve tells me I can't sing it all the time. I
Uh,
get it, but
I'm just saying, man. Do you want to be caught like at a stoplight, like having it turned up real loud, and having all these women,
happens.
having these women look at you? Gangster's Paradise,
Done for Cruel Intentions,
Dangerous Minds,
Dangerous Minds. That's what I was sorry.
uh,
I knew
Happy.
the movie.
by Pharrell was
For-
apparently
That was
done
written
for
for a
Despicable
movie?
Me.
Despicable Me too. Yeah,
I did not know that was written for a movie.
I did not know that either. I was kind of disappointed because I was like, this song's really good, and the music video has nothing to do with it whatsoever. You've Got a Friend in Me.
Would it make you feel better to know that there is a music video with the Minions?
Nope.
Okay.
That's part of the reason why I never put the two together.
Mhm.
Yeah, 'cause
that's
I-
fair.
Because there's a whole music video and it has nothing to do with Minions.
Yep, everybody's just happy.
I
You
also
got a
don't
friend in
watch
me.
Despicable Me movies, so
Yes,
Well,
You've
they're
Got a Friend in
fucking
Me.
hilarious, so
Toy
you're
Story.
wrong in life.
Nobody watches them.
I love
They,
those movies.
hold on a second. They only wait, Despicable Me or Minions or the
Despicable
Minions
Me.
in general? Okay, Despicable Me
Despic-
is fine.
Despicable Me movies. I saw them in theaters. Each one of them. They were fantastic. Anyways,
I just don't like the Minions.
Nobody likes the Minions.
banana. Yeah, right.
Footloose again by Kenny Loggins. Apparently, he had a nice little streak of just doing movies for songs, and he was like,
The
"Whatever."
80s.
hey, man.
He was big in the 80s. Kenny Loggins. There's a lot of weird history between him and Hall and Oates. But anyways, yeah.
Mrs. Robinson,
For The Graduate.
The Graduate. Yes,
I don't know the song, Miss Robinson.
Simon. and
Anytime I talk to
Garfunkel.
someone named with the last name Robinson, that's immediately what I think of.
Yeah, I'm sure that name is it'll go down in history for having to deal with that shit. See You Again for
The
Furious
Fast
7.
5. Oh yeah, one of the Fast and Furiouses.
Uh-huh.
That's
All the
Furious 100.
Stars for Black Panther. Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head
Raindrops
Butch Cassidy
falling on my head.
and The Sundance Kid.
Huh.
Purple Rain for Purple Rain.
Purple rain, purple rain.
Fight the
It's a
Power
good movie, man.
for Do the Right Thing. And Rainbow Connection for the Muppet movie.
That makes sense.
It's weird
But
to
I
hear
just-
movie songs that were written specifically for movies.
I just
They only
know that
exist.
song so
Yeah.
much. I just assumed I've seen it
That
in so many
existed.
different places. Yeah. Just
Fair.
some of the songs that surprised me or I've forgotten were written for movies.
That is fair.
So there you go. Take that
Interesting.
information with you. Do you have any other ones like Shell Shock?
Not off the dome.
I found a website that was like, hey, here's all the songs written for the Turtle movies.
I kept trying to think if there was anything done for Mario, and it wasn't.
Well, they'd be happy to have. They're lucky they made a DVD.
Do you count the song that the Blue Opera lady sings in Fifth Element?
I think I would. Did it come out as a single? Is it on the soundtrack?
I don't even know if that movie had had to have a soundtrack. I'm not the type of person that'll buy a soundtrack just for music, for the instrumentals. Katie will.
I was like, that's the only reason they sell soundtracks is for the music.
The music.
Yeah, no, it has to be. I mean, like there's some good soundtracks out there. Like, I mean, for you off the top of my head, Scott Pilgrim would be a great soundtrack.
I have that soundtrack.
That's what
I
I'm
really
saying.
like that soundtrack, and that is just instrumentals actually. So, but it's kind of cool.
And I remember, "Any Given Sunday" by Jamie Foxx was a really good song. Not a great movie, but
Any Given Sunday wasn't good.
it was fine.
I like the movie. Al
It was
Pacino.
fine. It was
You like
fine.
a lot of crap movies. Oh my-
Whoa! I wouldn't go as far as to say that Any Given Sunday is a crap film.
No,
Spider-Man 3.
Look, I
Your
just
taste.
said it's not as bad as it gets, as the shit it gets. Okay. Yeah, no. Let us know at home if you guys have some songs that were made for movies that you like and we missed. You guys can let us know in the comments down below. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And also check out our other social medias where we do all kinds of weird shit. We post things and we play video games and we bring you all kinds of great content. How can they find those, Cleve?
There's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's Twitter. They're all Friendship Supreme, except Twitter has no eyes in the word friendship. All eyes are typically on the YouTube channel where you can see our glorious faces and other random videos that I decided to edit. You also have our Patreon, which is patreon.com/Friendship Supreme, where you can donate to help the podcast go strong. You can also reach out to us via email, which is friendship.supreme@gmail.com.
Please send me emails. I miss corresponding with people.
Yeah. And the shameless plug for the week is twitch.tv/Friendship Supreme. Sometimes Stephanie shows up. Michael and I play games.
I
We
show
do.
up
We
in the
play lots
chat,
of games.
not up on the video.
We play shooting games and sports games and sometimes spooky games.
So
But
spooky.
anyways, I've been Michael.
This is Cleve.
This is Stephanie.
Wiki wiki wah wah.